Hello, welcome to another weekly video. Today I'm going to be talking about Satan made me do it. That's kind of a phrase I've heard um, over the past several years, and I just wanted to talk about it a little bit because it's kind of, um, I guess it's just kind of started to make me feel a little irritated. I guess when people say it, um, I think I know where they're coming from when they say that, but I just wanted to talk a little bit about what I guess people might be thinking or what they're trying to say, and maybe what would actually be better to say than that. What the way I was raised, I never really heard that kind of thing. I guess in my house growing up, um, we talked about like God and Satan, I guess, because we went to church, but um, it wasn't really talked about like, you know, well, I guess that's Satan causing that, or there wasn't really a lot of talk into detail about like Satan causing something or God causing something, anything like that. But um, I've heard it more outside of home in different situations. I've heard pastors kind of say it, and some people in my extended family have said it and things like that. People in the family I married into have said it. So um, I just kind of wanted to talk about it a little bit because um, I've also heard people kind of talk about this kind of thing on Facebook about how Satan and actually God get too much credit for what we do as human beings. God can't really be blamed sometimes, and Satan can't really be blamed. We are humans who make mistakes too. But like I understand the confusion because there are three parts of um, most of the decisions we make, most of the things we do. There is a Satan influence. I'm not trying to say that there's not, and of course the God influence. Definitely, those things play a part. But I think when we really look at things, sometimes people tend to have a hard time self-examining and realize the mistakes they're making. So they may just blame it on Satan or God, blame it on something else. And um, I think it's just important to realize that there are bigger pictures than just Satan and God. There are things that we could take responsibility for if we look at ourselves. Trying to think of a good example. I guess I guess the best example I could think of is me and my husband talked a little bit about the situation with his dad one time. His dad's a pastor, and we came into the church. Me and my husband came into the church, and he was um, he was sitting down, and there was kind of going to be just like an open discussion night at the church, and I remember him saying, well, first of all, there had been some situations where I think we just weren't seeing his parents as often as we used to. We were kind of just um, trying to live our lives kind of on our own, and we just hadn't been interacting with them as much, and I think that they were feeling that. But when we came in the church, I think his dad said something like, I'm sorry, let me think. It was, oh, he said, Satan's attacking our relationship. I think he said it like that. I think he was referring to the relationship between um, him and his son, or him and his son and me, the family relationship, I guess he was referring to. Um, and I remember him saying, so he said Satan is attacking a relationship, and I remember after, I guess we didn't say anything in the moment, but I remember me and my husband talking later um and just talking about how, um really, like, he's not wrong. I mean, it's not that Satan isn't attacking. Yes, he is, but um we have the power to be aware of our actions, and if you want to say stop Satan's attack, change the way things are. Like some of the reasons we had kind of, like I was saying, started doing our own thing, and I don't want to say it like we pulled away. I know it may look like that to them, but like, part of the reason we were kind of just separating from them, and not talking to them as much, is because when we were in the church, it was just very hard to talk. There's just a lot that goes into it. He has he just talks a lot sometimes when we're trying to talk to him, and we just didn't feel heard, and we had a hard time talking to him. If you know anything about relationships, you kind of understand, like, um, it's so hard to speak another person's language. That's what we were running into, and so we kind of felt like we needed to do our own thing. Um, but you know, trying to put a label on it, like, well, Satan is trying to attack the relationship, um, kind of was well. I'll just speak from my end. I kind of felt a little insulted by it, because I guess you just want somebody to be more aware of, like, you know, our human actions that are getting in the way. You want somebody to say probably something more like, well, you know, I think we've just been struggling to talk to each other. I think that would have been a better thing to say. But this kind of crosses into religiousness, and I'll probably do some different videos on that. But when people start talking about, you know, Satan and God, I guess, yes, there is a time and a place for it. I would probably say it like that. Um, and again, I'm not saying it's not true that Satan's involved and God's involved and stuff like that, but there's just something more respectable about having a conversation about our own actions as humans. You know, does it sound better for me to say, well, I'm really struggling to talk to you? Or does it sound better to say, well, Satan's attacking me? I mean, that's just an example. And that's the only reason I say that. Like, that there are things that make us feel better as humans. I don't know if it's a communication thing or what, but taking responsibility for our own actions, that's part of it. So, um, I won't go too much into, like, the blaming and all that and taking responsibility, but I just wanted to make a point about the fact that, like, we need to probably try not to take everything to God and Satan, even though, yes, they exist. It's sometimes it is more respectful to just talk about things as humans, own up to our mistakes, you know, um, instead of saying, well, um, Satan was really acting up yesterday. It might actually come across better to say, well, I'm sorry if I said the wrong thing to you. So that's just my point. Try not to take things too much in the religious direction, when it comes to interacting with people, because we get hurt so easily. And it is hard to talk. So anyway, I'm going to try to end it there. And if you have any questions, let me know. But thank you for watching. Have a nice day.